we discussed in some of these previous sessions the training issue. Is College of North Atlantic here? Do you have,
Yes.
So do you have is that a fairly full program here now? Are there a lot of young people involved?
I'm not sure what the programs are, but I noticed there's representatives from the College of the North Atlantic here. If anyone wants to.
Maybe they can, yeah, but well, we can ask, they can present, they can actually say, we have a session coming up shortly. I think when the mayor's finished, actually, when you're finished, when I let you go, so to speak. You haven't been let go yet.
An individual here in front with the College of North Atlantic. So if you could identify yourself, please, so we have it on the transcript.
Yes, Paul Tilley, College of North Atlantic, Clarenville Campus. And I'm not really here today to represent the college, but I am an employee and I have a vested interest in the college and I have a vested interest in this town. So I'm speaking on that regard. Just to give you some background on Clarenville Campus, Clarenville Campus is a rather small campus. It has about 200 students. It has 7 or 8 programs, depending on how you slice it. We have programs in business and office administration, which is my forte. We have programs in adult basic education, as well as a bridging program called CAS, which takes students who do not meet requirements to get into the college into the college system, so it provides that bridge. We also have nursing, which is the nursing assistant. Now it's called a practical nursing. And most importantly, I would suggest from the perspective of construction, we have the Piping Trade Center and the Carpentry Center. And the Piping Trade Center in Clarenville is a state-of-the-art facility that has had a considerable investment in the last number of years. In addition to all of the on-campus programs at Clarenville Campus is the host of the distributed learning program at the college. And if we add it together in terms of the number of students that are operating at a distance, distributed learning is the second largest campus in the college. So we're a small campus in one regard, and we're a large campus in another, and we're a very progressive campus. We've had a lot of interesting projects over the last 20 years. Starting distributed learning, for example, came to the Clarenville campus. And we're interested in ensuring that our students take advantage or can take advantage of all the opportunities that present to them. So for example, in my area, we have a very strong SIFE program, which is Students in Free Enterprise. You're probably familiar with the SIFE team at SIFE Memorial, who were world champions. Our group have won numerous awards and done very well. So we have some great students, great future employees, I should say. So just in terms of recommendations to the Commission, as well as ExxonMobil and the other partners, one of the things I would like to stress is, probably from the most important point of view, is communication. I'm always impressed, or depressed, by the number of students who we get come in who have no idea of the opportunity that is before them with these projects. And I can't understand for the life of me how they don't know more about it. And I think the onus is on us. What I mean by us is the province, the companies, the college, the school system, to ensure that students know the opportunities and can make the decisions in school to get the necessary skills to meet, as Mayor Best has pointed out, the skill shortage, because we do have a definite skill shortage. And I think that if we could communicate that issue to people, it would do us a big service in the long run. Okay, so that's the first issue. The second issue, again, and I know Mayor Senior brought this issue up in Marystown, and that is the apprenticeship issue. With regards to trades, I listen to students all the time. We have many apprentices come back, and they always tell me they have a hard time finding work in Newfoundland, or more to the point, apprenticeshipable work, so that they can receive the necessary hours in which to go on to become a journeyman. And again, the onus is on companies, in particular these projects that are going on, to help facilitate that, because these, again, are your future employees. And I know this is a 4-year or 5-year build, but realistically, these are going to be your employers into the future, and you're going to be operating that platform for a long time, and other platforms like it. And hopefully, this is, you know, we're into a series of projects as opposed to just one. So again, ensuring that the apprenticeship program is well taken care of is another thing. We have put a significant investment into distance learning, and I think that that could pay off for industry as well. If industry were, again, to partner with, and when I mean by distance learning at the college, the university, and the schools are all under one network. And I think that that is an opportunity that companies can avail of, particularly from the point of view of you have your employee and you want to upgrade them. How can they do it? Come to the college, distance learning. The employee gets to continue working for you, but the skills are upgraded. So certainly, you know, and again, the mayor mentioned legacy. That's a definite legacy in terms of those things. So the final point I just wanted to make was the old HR requirements, and this is particularly from the Hebron Commission. One of the challenges that we have in the college is keeping instructors. As opportunities present themselves, many instructors are going to say, well, I have a great opportunity to actually work in industry, which in one way is a good thing because it keeps their skills fresh and the like. On the other hand, it provides challenges and presents challenges to organizations like the college to keep skilled instructors who ultimately are, you know, we can put infrastructure in place, you know, we throw money at it, we can build a building easily. But putting the people in place who can actually teach this and ensure that they're well compensated for that, for sharing their skills, and again, long-term pain and long-term benefit that would come out of that is something that needs to be looked at. And again, I think cooperation is the key to all of these things. Working with the college, the university, organizations like the Harris Center, the development boards, many of the groups who have spoken here today is the Suppliers Development Alliance, NOIA. We can all work together to make this happen because ultimately it is our future, our collective futures, corporate futures, provincial futures, mine and your futures to ensure that we do this. Thank you.
Well, some very interesting points I think you brought up, and we're certainly taking note of the points you've made. A couple of questions I just might ask you. Do you have a sense of how many of the graduates that you have some consciousness of right now are actually working in their field of study? Have you got any sense of what your success is?
Mr. Ayre, yes. That is something that, again, in terms of communication, most of our graduates are working in the field. In fact, most of our graduates coming out of particularly the trades programs now have a choice. Now, are they working in Newfoundland? That, if you were asking me that, I would say I'm not sure if that's as high as what I would like. But we have had, you hear things and you hear students in the hallway in the springtime, and I hear students go by and say, well, I got 3 or 4 job offers. What am I going to do? I've never heard that before. So frankly, yes, our students, and I know from our business point of view, every single one of our business students are working, and they're darn good students. I will tell you that now. They are darn good students, and they are darn good employees wherever they're working. And I get feedback in town all the time. You guys got some darn good students, and there are darn good employees. And we don't have a serious issue with regards to employability of our students, because I think, we have a skills shortage. They're going out with skills. We're ensuring they got those skills. And so we can take it that far. Now, industry, what can we do in order to bring it the rest of the way?
Well, that's the sort of next kind of question here is that you say getting the journeyman's red seal and then ultimately access to apprenticeship, that's the key stumbling block.
That is a big challenge for students, and it's only the last few years. Now, there have been some changes made that have benefited. For example, students can go to Alberta now and receive their hours from Alberta, which is great. It benefits our students. I see students come back to do apprenticeships. I see them. I don't teach them directly, but I know they're in the hallway because they come back, the same students. And again, they got their hours and they can come back and work towards the tournaments. It's just unfortunate for the ones who choose. They can't choose to stay here to do it. some make a choice to go to Alberta, the money is good, and the opportunity is good, and they can get good hours, that's good. But I know a young man, for example, I was just speaking to him just before I came here, and he graduated from pipe fitting there last year. Good student, nice young fella. He wants to stay home. And you know, a lot of people do. We have a lot of students who have family, they may have children. They're not as mobile as economics would point to. You know, economics say, well, you just moved where the jobs are. Well, that's nice in theory, but the practical is that we've got a lot of young people here who come to the college who have lives. And it is challenging for them, and it's not their fault, it's challenging for them to find a good job here that will put food on their table and create a good, solid career base for them and their families.
And that links to the journeyman.
And that links to that directly, yes, it links directly to that, because there are not enough apprentices positions in the province. And you know, we got to make it, we have to make it, I don't know if the government's going to change that, but certainly we're going to have to provide the incentives to industry to provide those opportunities for our students. And again, it's a short-term pain in the sense we're going to have to pay some money to the industry to do this. But the benefits, the long-term benefits of a 30 years of a career, or 35 years of a career, for the, you know, I saw on the news last night, we've got $100 and some odd billion in projects, 100 projects, $46 billion, that's what it is, in the next few years.
You got it right on it.
And I'm thinking, you know, that's our students. Those are the people who are going to put up those buildings, build those platforms. That's, you know, that's just 10 years. We got to put some money into it right now in order to ensure that.
Is the access to the jobs, is this a union issue, or is this an industry issue, or how do you see it?
That's someone probably, that's someone who is a lot more qualified than me should answer that. I don't know.
Well, you're an excellent ambassador of the college, and the last thing you said shows you're a good diplomat.
Well, you can ask when some union person gets up, please ask them that question.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, I think we're now going to have a break. Yeah, we'll go ahead with this now.
Hi, I'm Ayre with Women in Resource Development, and I didn't come here, as you know, to present, but a few things have just come out of the conversation here that I kind of like to add to. If you think getting a job as an apprentice is tough, try getting a job as an apprentice if you're a woman. Really, really nearly impossible. And these are some of the things that Women in Resource Development are working to do, and to get, you know, get more women employed in that. And the other thing I heard about is legacy. Hebron has done a great legacy with Women in Resource Development because they are helping us fix that gap. They have sponsored our program, which was referred to this morning in one of the slides, for a program called Texpiration, which the ExxonMobil has been a founding sponsor of for 10 years. And we've had over 500 girls through that program. And through that, one which is his. And, you know, if it wasn't for the support and the contribution, and I know here in the surrounding area we've had Arnold's Cove School for a number of years, we've had Clarenville Middle School, we've had Balbo, a lot of the local schools have been involved in that. And the thing is, the legacy is, it's in our youth. And Hebron has been very, very good to support our youth through the Texpiration program, as well as the other one that we have, which is called Girls Exploring Trades and Tech, which is little girls in grade 6 doing carpentry, building go-karts. So these are some of the legacies that may seem small, but are huge. I know his daughter, for argument's sake, and I'm going to get on you for a minute, she was in our did our GET camp in grade 6. She did our Texpiration in grade 9. Now, as a girl, what grade is she now? 11. Grade 11. She's in our program called Texpiration Goes to Work, where now that she's decided she wants to do geology, we now match her with a one-on-one to get more support. And it's the same thing for some of the girls that want to do trades, because there is going to be a shortage, and we're hoping that people will see that the untapped resource is women, and through programs like Texpiration and GET, and the sponsorship of, you know, the Hebron Project and the Hibernia, and we've got 2 more projects that they are sponsoring that's going to be announced in the near future, and I just want to commend them for it and take a minute to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to go ahead, Jeff, with some of those comments you might have on what we were discussing earlier?
would just like to close on the waste disposal area, just to...
We used to call them dumps here.
I'm also trying to become a diplomat. Dave.
Okay. Just very briefly here, the waste management in the province is changing as the government implements their provincial-wide management strategy. So as was brought up at present, Sunnyside Waste Disposal Site is certified by the provincial government for all waste except for the hazardous waste. And the Bullard site waste is managed by KKC, and at present, as was mentioned, they're using Sunnyside site. We expect that to continue as long as the site has the appropriate permits in place to be able to do that. A request for proposal has been put forward for long-term waste management, and hopefully that will be able to fit in that. The Eastern Waste Management is the new regional waste management authority for the area, and it has not yet finalized its plans for this area, which is, I believe, what the mayor was kind of reflecting on the state of matters right now. And just as a note, there's only one authorized company in the province to handle hazardous waste, and that was mentioned, and that's New Alta. So that's the only one that can handle hazardous waste.
Is there, in a construction site such as yours, would there be a lot of hazardous waste?
Oils, paints,